Alright. Robo-miners it up. Everywhere. Robo-miners are cheap compared to the cost of ships, too. So, yeah, we absolutely want to get those. And basically, every planet that will ever build a ship is going to want all of your production, all of your production places, and a space academy. So, Robo-miner, Space Academy, bad Santa. Robo-miner. North Pole 3, that is our home world, okay. Cirque Renewer, Robo-miner. Anywhere else we can kind of hold off on. Ultra Rich is going to need one, obviously. Let's see. And you want the Robo-miners first because, of course, the more higher production means look at the other stuff done faster. Actually, this one is rich. So, yeah, why do we not have a... Yeah, I wonder what this is taking... 150... Why are you not being as productive as you should be? Because you have unnecessary farming, and you have people on research. Yeah, the rich planets should be pretty much maxed out on production. Same price. Where is that? Yeah, okay, we can wait on that. This is only spending a lot of cash on our housing places. Okay, ultra rich. Yep, got that. Okay. And we basically want those everywhere, so and no reason not to do it. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, when Master of Orion, what are they calling it? Conquer the Stars came out, and it changed a lot of stuff around. People were talking about, do the fans really want the same thing but new, same thing over again? And for a lot of people, it was, yeah, basically, to have the same experience, variety and everything of this game, but with, a lot of quality of life increases and a better diplomacy system. And a lot of people would have been happy with that. Let's see. I think there's a little overkill on farming there, especially since that could potentially be a pretty good planet. It's normal gravity and still abundant. How was that on pollution? I didn't check. Minor plant. Actually, a fair bit, so go ahead and toss that in there. Yeah, just a, hey, you build, build new thing at every colony would have been very useful. Like Master of Orion 1 actually had an option of whenever you unlocked a tech that applied to all of your planets, mostly in ecology, you would actually be able to automatically apply it, which is very neat. Zero minor plants. Okay. Yeah, I think that's worth it. How is this coming along? 8. Yeah, I think that's worth it. And likewise for all of these. So, Robo-miner. Rush. It's going to tear through a good chunk of our treasury, but will absolutely be worth it. Alright. It basically means that one person working is now going to have, I think 15 points of, 15 and 3 from that person working there, points of, points of production behind them, which is, really good. Okay. And with our antimatter drives, people are also getting moved around the colonies a lot faster too. Let's see. Had there we go, 18, and one more person here. Had one that just got, there we go, 14. All right. So yeah, again, unfortunate the turns take so long, but that was a lot of good work done there. Robo-miner plants, yep. The entire update is Robo-miner plants. Now, Kari want a piece of the Trilarians. I'm guessing they want this neighboring planet. It's undefended, so it's a good time for them to jump in and get it, they think. And Trilarians still holding off on pulling the trigger on that war. I think, speaking of, we've got a pretty good fleet here. We've got some ion cannons, we've got our heavy mass drivers, we've got missile boats. I think we are ready to jump in on the Trilarians. We should pretty much bushwhack them since we're next door. I'll show up in one turn. They're not going to be in any position to attack. Actually, they will from there. I think it'll take them 2 turns to get there. So let's make sure we have our missile bases first. And preferably star bases after that. Okay. And push a processor. Cancel all that stuff. They already had this robo miner plan done. Excellent. The missile base and then star base. To mention the additional star bases will... we can wait at least 1 turn on that. Additional star bases will... this is a good time to save too. Will give us more command points as we're starting to run into that limit. Okay, we'll have a missile boat there to reinforce. All right, before we commit, gotta commit, bro. Before we commit, we're looking at Zortrium, Class 1 shields. So they're actually a lot more vulnerable to our ion cannons than the Sakra will be. They're going to be having ion pulse cannons themselves. All of our ships are shielded, though. Star bases shouldn't be much of a problem. They have Zortrium armor. They do not have... let's see. They do not have any better weapons. So, or armor that I can tell. Yeah. So they are not going to be able to stand up to our ground invasion very well. All right. Let's get some food here. That's a lot of... Black will produce so much food. And at turn 200, we start our next war. Yeah, I probably should have formally declared war on the Trilarians first. Yeah, let's actually do that. We've got to make this official. Yeah, I bet you're gonna dislike this even more now. All right. It's time for Christmas. Or Christmas times are coming, I think that's how that goes, right? Alright, we've got some Bad Santas coming as soon as the... Actually, let's rush that one and send it over immediately. Then those 2 as soon as we're done. That will take us into command point deficit, but that's alright since we're producing so much money. Alright. I can't move the... That's one of my complaints. You can't move the window to check and see what's happening. I think the Trilarians retreated. I think they're probably attacking one of my other colonies, but I can't tell. Crazy Emperor Claus, you've done it again. Alright, since we're up against a star base, they are not going to be able to... They're going to go last. Oh, actually, they might not, because I don't know if I have ship initiative turned on. So I will double-check that. But let's see. With our antimatter drives, we can get to... see if I can actually get close enough to target them. No, it's like about halfway across the board is your cutoff point. Yep, there it is. All right, so you notice how you see that the column on the or the yellow bar on the bottom right? Yeah, that is a drive system. I don't think we can check that on them. Yeah, and we we can't check it at all because it never goes down. But for us, for example, you see here. So you can guess that if a Zortrium battleship has 45 drive system units, you can guess about how much a starbase of the same armor tier might have. Okay. Yeah, so a couple hits of that will disable the entire thing. And as it takes damage, see it lost a fusion beam? I think it had 8 to start with. But it can start getting some of the stuff removed. It can lose its weapons, it can lose its specials. I don't think it can lose a passive special like armor, though. I'm going to go ahead and have our heavy-duty stuff wait. Actually, yeah, but let's finish taking out the shields. And also do a fair bit of damage while we're at it. Okay. Missile boats can engage. Not that they matter. We basically just want to get them out of trouble. And we know there's nothing in the colony, so... Okay. Yeah. This is not going to be a problem. Okay. It didn't even hit us. It is shooting at our Santa's sleigh because it knows it's not going to be able to destroy a battleship with nuclear missiles. So here's the idea: is we get close, we disable the starbase, and then with that much drive down, it's probably lost. Yeah, it lost its main, it lost its non-heavy ion cannon, lost some missiles. So you can see how well ion pulse cannons will tear this stuff down. Keep in mind, we haven't miniaturized them enough yet. You can get auto-firing ion cannons. So, all right. With the drive completely disabled, it is helpless. It will now fire missiles that do 0 damage and stuff like that. So basically, we're just going to start moving in and fire more missiles, of course. But yeah, we're going to move in and start boarding it. It'll be a lot faster than chewing through the 700 some odd HP of Zortrium armor. Okay. So there are defenses against ion cannons. Shields negate them for the most part. Negate might not be the right term for it, but it does a fair bit of damage. Merv missiles do pretty well too. Jeez. Okay, you can board from I think 2 squares away. I wanted to capture it just to see what we're up against. Defender 20. Those are going to be 5 from Zortrium, 15 Zortrium, 5 laser. Yep. And that's a wrap. Unfortunately, you do not get to keep space installations. Oh, he killed one of our dudes, though. Even power armor and all. Okay. Trilarians are now at war. And they are Bullwraithy. Excellent. So, High-G races, and this counts for their militia, too, or counts for civilians, they're going to be a little tougher to control because they count as having 2 hit points, and I think like 10 less than their race's combat bonus. So it gives you an idea of how much you need to control them with. But the Bullwraithy have pretty lousy ground tech, so I'm thinking 3 Marines should be more than enough to take care of, to corral 3 Bullwraithy. And like Sprawl mentioned earlier, we don't actually need our control centers unless we want them to assimilate faster, which we might. I mean, yeah, assimilate twice as fast. Let's go ahead and knock that out anyway. Do Marine barracks. They already have an automated factory. We'll do robo miners after that. This is an ultra-rich planet, so we're going to do atmosphere. There we go. It's all good. Is this arid or is this desert? I think it's desert, yeah. So not much we can do to increase the population cap. It already has biospheres. So we're pretty much stuck with this, but that's okay. Bad Santa. All right. Yeah, let's get the battle stations up. It won't take very long. They'll be safer and give us more command points. Likewise for you. Actually, this is our best system. We're actually building battleships. So we'll get another. Do we need another jingle all the way? Oh, we need carriers, right? I've been talking about that before. Remind me, I think 3 times now, to actually get carriers. Oh, Shodan thinks that the 1.31 patch still has the alien control center assimilated into every 2 turns. You were thinking, instead of just having it, yeah. If so, that's great. And yet 20 points up on offense is still... Oh, you meant that instead of 20 points up on offense, you meant 2 instead of 20 on assimilation. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's get a... You look like a good carrier ship. And let's see, what's another good Christmas movie? Misfit? Oh, off one. Misfit Toys, Ben suggests. The island thereof, in fact. Okay, so we want interceptors here. And interceptors are really good. They you want to be close when you launch them. So what I think I'm going to do is get battle pods, because why not? Actually, and it's funny, it's like you might think to not worry about battle pods on carriers, but they have high space and low cost. So they're actually the great choice to do that with. Anyway, we'll also do a orb dissipator. And what else can we plop on there? So you have 2 choices with carriers. You can either stay at a distance and launch them at things that probably can't shoot them down, or you can move them in close and have them fire basically when the enemy isn't in a position to defend against them. And I prefer that tactic. So I think we're going to want reinforced hull to keep them safe from reprisal. Let's see. I want to say interceptors are based on the computer your ship has. So we'll just do that. And no reason to really... Yeah, we'll keep mobility up on there by giving them some space. So lots of interceptors. Actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and give them one thing to contribute in a fight. So yeah, auto fight, because they have the computers anyway. So we'll just do a... we don't have enveloping yet, do we? Yeah. So we just do a auto fire mass driver. We probably get what, 2 of those? Yeah, 2 of those. Well, not if it costs that much space though. So yeah, there we go. All right. Island of Misfit Toys in 7 turns for Battle Pod Battleship. That is pretty good. That being said, we are going to need some battle stations to give us some more command points. That also, of course, where did the Trilarians send their fleet? Did they attempt to attack Ursa finally and lose it? Oh, that can't be right. They didn't go to Orion. They didn't go to Eku. Huh. I thought maybe they would have sent it here because Akari just took that from them. But it looks like they didn't. Weird. Okay. Well, regardless, you know, whatever happened, that's great for us. Alright, so yeah, we'll leave that there at Laie. We'll move that there to reinforce. And I'm probably going to consolidate my gains for a couple turns and then move on. 80%. Yeah. Let's see what we get from the next tier there. We had that entire room cleaned up. Yes. Okay. Finally, we got one good you know, passive production thing here. So needless to say, that's great for more research. How are the Sakra with their feudal government getting all of these high-end techs? This is pretty high up the tier in power, as I recall. Another defending spy. I think I need to get more spies and start getting like 10 or 20 people on the Sakra just to try to get more of this stuff. The bonus damage from Energy Absorber is very minute. The big advantage to it is it quarters damage against your ship. That is very nice. It's effectively 25% more HP. I say very nice, I've never had that much luck using it. Okay. The thing I'm worried about is if the Sakra are ticking up this much, they might make a play for Orion soon. I've never seen an AI do it earlier than like turn... I think the earliest one I saw them do it was like a turn 235 on an average start, and that's very early. We're almost closer to turn 300. But on Impossible, if they get, you know, if they really get rolling on research, then they're going to feel a little more eager to throw down. All right, 6 turns there. Pull down Prime. Yeah, it's poor, but it's still big, so it's going to be a good system for us. And I think they're a good choice to get that extra command point on a battle station. All right. So Laie, missile bases. Get that missile base. And actually, you know, I should have switched to the star base and rush built it, but so it goes. Okay, we've got room for one more person. Let's do. Yeah, I'll probably send somebody over. We have plenty of freighter fleets. Okay, we got battle stations. We got Bad Santas. We want those. Missile bases aren't a problem, but they could be sending. The Trilarians could send fighters against us. So yeah, we're gonna want some escort ships for that. Okay, that's all looking good. Let's see, we're gonna want the supercomputers actually. Let's go ahead and put some more people on research. There we go. You don't need to sacrifice a whole lot of workers to research. If you have when you're unification, we'll get a lot of production out of them. Let's see. That is a, and you know, my farmers produce so much that I'm not used to thinking, you know, hey, that's 8 food and we don't even have weather controller yet. We'll move them off. Okay. Let's see, Matar. Terraforming's good. Yeah, I'm getting my reserve back up, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep stockpiling some cash because I may go over on my command points that faster than I can get it back. Really. And control center. We'll just rush build the rest of that. Okay, there's a housing. 11 out of 18. Looks good. And housing. Send them to the Laie, the other Laie, right? Yeah. All right, and you as well. Go to yeah, we're starting to fill up again, which is a good place to be. Okay, I might send a Clackon over to well, probably not on Zaoth because then they'd be affected by gravity. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just let that ride. All right, we have 2 transports. We're going to need more. What's the North Pole doing? It's working on a bad Santa. Okay. Yeah, not really worth it. Oh, build transports in 1. Awesome. Okay. I guess actually before we have Koldan commit to its battleship, let's have them get some transports too. Actually, no. Yeah, we can hold off on that because we'll want to be in position to take the next planet before we commit to it. I think we'll let the Bolwrathi take that one back. There's no reason why they haven't yet. I may just go ahead and send a colony ship there to swipe that ocean planet, which is perfect for us. The problem is that would be a sitting duck for the Trilarians. And we can reach their next planet. So yeah, I think we'll do that before we decide to take more stuff inside Bolwrathi space. Okay. Whoa, look at that mess of ships. Okay. Good grief, what are we looking at here? Sakra are sending all their battleships south to defend against the Alkari, I'm guessing. The Darlocks are sending 2 battleships against a Sakra homeworld with, like... Oh, there's a Trilarian fleet, okay. Oh, so they were going after somebody and switched gears to go back and defend after I declared war on them. Who are they at war with? Just us, okay. Interesting. Alright, so let's zoom back out. And one more turn. Okay, got our bad Santa. Yeah, okay. Sphere. Right, yeah, good. Okay, you are already Tundra. So if it becomes Terran, that'll give us a little more space to work with, but it's already small. It is never going to be a huge, center of population. So we'll do a Christmas Carol, because I know we've got multiple bad Santas there. And then actually maybe a battle station first for the command points. Yeah, because we've got a pretty good sized fleet right now. We are at war with the cool fish dudes. Sorry, Sprawl. I need to get more slaves. I mean, fellow elves, honorary elves, before we can take on the dinos. All right, actually, this one's ocean, so I can just let that one be. Station. Yeah, perfect. Actually, let's move the rest of the Illyrians down for more research. I want that supercomputer. I want the supercomputer yesterday. Okay, yeah, we're starting to take command point deficit now. So let's think twice about, yeah, anywhere that can get command points first, we'll do so. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like going over my limit too much. Ben will point out that I may be a little ridiculous about that, considering how much cash we have to work with versus the 10 BC only it takes, but, still. So rush that. Whoops. And keep an eye on anything with too much pollution. Also, speaking of pollution, just reminded me, I never did go back and... Okay, I did go back and fire whoever that was. And you know what? The poor Garen could probably use a job somewhere. You have earned an actual desk. Also, before I get to the supercomputer and everybody starts demanding it, I'll make the rounds and see what I can trade. Nothing. Okay. Ooh. Yes. Yep. Well, do I want... Sakra already have it, and they're at war with the Sakra, or they were. So they could probably steal it from them. Yeah. Fusion drive, don't care about that. Okay. Alright. Good stuff. And yeah, nothing new there. Darlock's ready to jump in on this war. I can tell. Oh, look at this, though. Whatever they want, I'm probably willing to give it to them. Sure. That is a great one, because basically what that means, in addition to being able to turn our radiated planets into barren planets and then start the terraforming routine on them, not that we have very many radiated ones, it's also 5 points of... What am I talking to Sakura about? Go away. yeah, you butt dial the ambassador of a enemy empire. All right. So let's take a quick summary here, and yeah, Stealth's do great stuff. So yeah, now we are at 34, which if the Sakura are still a spy network, they are at -10 on their defensive agents. So yeah, we have quite the espionage advantage on them now. Frolix's leader that gives us ridiculous labor bonuses. There are some absurdly powerful leaders you don't usually see because they have a turn limit baked into when they start appearing. But yeah, there are some good ones in this game. All right, so let's get ready. I think yeah, we're gonna let the Bullwraithy take their own planet back, and we're gonna have to clash with them. If our warp dissipator was ready. Our warp dissipator carriers were ready, I'd launch them. As it is, I think we'll go ahead and let them run. Shodan is still vaguely amused with the quit bugging me diplomacy mechanic of Master of Orion. Yeah, Master of Magic is the worst about it. You get basically 3 points of negotiation, and then it just plummets after that. Alright, we have transports. What's next on Zaoth? Minor plant. Okay, yeah, 1 turn. Rush build the plant, then start defenses, then move on. A missile boat, a missile base, and a radiation shield should be enough to hold off. Plus, probably the we'll leave the diehard behind. Actually, do we want to leave? No, we want to leave we want to leave one of our Jingle All the Ways behind, so that they can. Oh snap! Okay, so that they can disable ships that come at us. Okay, so Hyperspace Beast, since we haven't gotten that event before, it will randomly choose 1 ship stuck in hyperspace and eat it. It's just gone. Doesn't matter how strong, doesn't matter how fast. It's nothing. It just goes away. So that is a very nasty event. I am not a big fan about it, but you know what you're going to do. There is a trick you can do, and this will take this one to Terran and thus Gaia, which will be great for us. Oh, I should ask more if you request too many audiences in a turn, they won't speak to you. Yeah, in Master of Orion 2, that's pretty rare. But in 1, yeah, that was absolutely a thing where they would just have the diplomats leave after a while. It would actually pop up a diplomat not here. So if we have a navigator on the ship, we can do this a little bit better. Basically, when the Hyperspace Beast rolls its check at the start of a turn, basically any ship in hyperspace at the start of each turn, so if you're only sending ships 1 parsec away, if they can jump there in 1 turn, you're safe. So with a navigator, we can probably go from, we can go from Ursa to Eku. We can leapfrog and not have to worry about the Hyperspace Beast. We can keep our offense up safely, whereas the AI is going to risk getting munched on every turn. So I think that's actually what we're going to do, is it'll probably, the Trilarians will risk losing some stuff when they try to reinforce. There's a Misfit Toys. Misfit Toys is a pretty great name for a carrier. Very happy Ben came up with that one. So yeah, we're not going to rush that. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. Take a check on our our housing colonies are going to be producing stuff a lot faster now. I think there's a Matar is a good one. We're going to want at least 1 Klakon on Matar. And I don't think, I'm not going to do that. Actually, we are. So Shodan has to be right about the 2-turn alien control center thing, because we got 1 new Bullwraithy from population growth. Yeah, whereas the other one, would not have turned that quickly. So that being said, let's go ahead and start putting them on the high G planets. Such as... There is one. They're filling up, but they've got room now, so... Wait, what? Huh. Oh, because Orion counts as Gaia, the excess population has to be filled with Trilarians. Yeah, that's what's going on. That being said, I can still send some to Matar, and we will do just that. Okay. That looks good. And we'll send her to Matar as well, I'm thinking. Or actually, no, to there, because they has to be Illyrians anyway, so... That's a weird bug, too, where sometimes it won't let you assign farmers. Alright. So yeah, next turn, we'll get the robo-miners, and then we'll queue up a missile base, and then move on. Huh. So this is pretty handy. This is when I mentioned earlier about how we weren't getting such great tech trades. There's a dice roll for the diplomacy check that goes into that. We just got another 30 to it. So with that plus our diplomacy hero, we actually get a plus 60 with all that. Okay, Trilarians are going after Ursa again after all, and they're sending enough ships to make it stick this time. So let's go help out our Ursine friends here. Yeah, one turn. If we were allied, this would be an easy thing. I think our ships could actually combine forces in that case. But as it is, this should be more than enough to take them out. And with 2 Jingle All the Ways, we can try to disable some of their ships and board them and see what we can get from it. Yeah, Ben was thinking that, hey, maybe I should go show that off. So let's go ahead. I will reserve this I will reserve a reload here if this deck doesn't actually work. I don't actually remember if this does or not. Oh, hey. Sure. Oh! All right. Your funeral, dudes. Never mind. Well, we can still show up. We can still show up and defend them. They will learn the error of their ways. So let's see. We got. So basically, we can send one of these people out. Yeah, not quite yet. I'm thinking. You know, actually, those are desert planets. If we terraformed them to arid, that would give us plenty of room. But we're going to hold off on that. Let's see, that was Lie 2, right? Yeah. Let's see, we got plenty of food, but we don't have plenty of freighters. So let's send him to. I wish there was a way to sort through the population. Like, there was an easy population control system. So they can't. That's right. They can't go there. They can go here. I saw one of these was full, too. Yep. Oh, that's our homeworld, right. It wouldn't hurt to move some Clacons in there, but... Yeah. Okay. And we are producing tons of food. Let's see. I think that will do nicely. That may be... Yeah. Man, so much food. It's amazing. Okay. Alright, supercomputer about to get. We'll make sure we can defend Seoth with a missile base. Starbase might actually be better, but missile bases are more reliable, I found. Okay. The number didn't change, so I think that means we got our breakthrough this turn. I love it when there's a huge pile of ships at a system here. You know what this means, though? Is if we select it here, we can actually swipe that system safely, whereas the Bolrathi have already colonized that ocean planet. So, yeah, I think we'll do that. Can we beat 4 battleships with our fleet and a battle station? That's a tricky one. I think I might hang back, lob missiles at that with my Santa Slays. This is a risk I wasn't anticipating because I actually forgot they had a colony in Ursa. And if the alien has a colony in a system, you have to attack it. You can't just engage your ships in space. We go first. That's good. All right, what are we looking at? Okay, they have ion pulse cannons as well, battle pods. Still titanium. Look at that beam defense. Oh, because they're transdimensional, they get an extra 20 beam defense. But fortunately, we should have, yeah, even higher still beam attack. That's true, we just saved, yeah. Does it mean I have permission to reload if things go bad? So they just have reinforced hull. Okay, yeah. Two, I say one, but two ion pulse cannons are not a tremendous threat to us since their beam attack is so low. Basically, simple rule of thumb here is you take a -1 to hit for every square of space. They're shooting quite a ways away at us, and our beam defense is higher than their attack. So, I think what I'm going to do, actually, is... What kind of ordnance do they have? They have some missiles. We have some... I only have one bad Santa here, so I have to be careful about their missiles. And all of them have... Actually, some of them don't all have missiles. Yeah, a bunch of them don't, actually. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do is wait and see what they do. Since few of their ships have missiles, I'm betting they're going to move in to engage, at which point they'll be closer, and I'll have the advantage to hit them with my ion pulse cannons. Oh, I don't have ship initiative turned on. So, so I have to take my turn, and then they have to take their turn. Actually, and here's a little trick if you didn't know about this one. You can hit the Z button to instantly auto-calc a battle. It's pretty neat. I'm going to let it do this one and then reload, so I have ship initiative turned on. Yeah, let's go ahead and see how well we do. We lost one person. Yeah, let's see if I actually lost any ships on that. No. Okay. Excuse me. I don't think I even lost any ships on that. In that case, I think I'll let it stand. Oh, I lost some Santa Sleighs. Okay. In that case, yeah, let me reload, because part of the reason why I actually did it this way was to, show off actually patch it. So what the initiative system does is, yep, the will the game tell you. Ship's initiative is its modified beam offense bonus divided by 10 plus speed. So since we have better computers, we'll go going faster than the Trilarians. Okay, now we'll go ahead. I don't think I did anything else that turn, so. Alright. So now when I click... And first of all, this ship goes first instead of the one in the middle, because this guy has a battle scanner, so he has the highest beam attack. Oh, an inertial stabilizer, too, I think counts for combat speed. No, it doesn't. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, I saved right before I attacked, so I don't think I lost anything on that turn. Okay. Sure enough, they are moving in and doing jack all against my fleet. Did I save it for diplomacy and stuff? Okay, well, I don't think I actually did anything on diplomacy, because the Bulwrathi turned down our alliance. This was a cruiser, right? It's a cruiser. This is our newest one, so I want to grab this one. Not that it has anything new especially. Actually, they don't have any tech on their ships I don't also have. So there's no real reason to grab this stuff, but I might as well, because I can scrap it for the cash. Okay, so they have no planetary defenses. Don't have to worry about that. They're firing all their missiles at this one Santa sleigh. So I think what I'm going to do is fire everything I've got at their battle station. Some of that will get shot down, not all of it. But between the MIRV missiles and everything else, I think most of that will probably get through. And that frees up my beam ships to go after their ships. They're still firing nuclear missiles. They won't even do... Well, they're firing a lot of them, though. Yeah, let's do some mental math. Let's do quick math here. Count that as 20, 8 minus 3, 5. So 100 damage. That will one-shot a Santa sleigh if they all get through. And will they all get through? I don't have ECM. Yeah, they'll probably all get through. Right. So we'll have to be careful. All right. Measure point. Okay. So the main things with my escort ships is that they're good at shooting down missiles. and a lot of those just got fired at one of the Santa sleighs. They're not going to hit, though, because I can move them and retreat, and I don't think the Trilarians have Dauntless. So what I'm probably going to do is move them in and use them to soften up shields for the Jingle All the Ways. So for this first turn, we'll move it in here, and darn near destroy it because it still has titanium armor. Okay. As a matter of fact, that being the case, I'm probably just going to go ahead and finish that one off. Well, we can show off how well this works. So we have 8 mass drivers auto-firing. We wiped out about half their stack of missiles. Oh, actually, we wiped out the entire thing once it was done auto-firing. So yeah, that's why escort ships are so useful in that role. Yeah, we just took care of 2 stacks of missiles with 1 cruiser. Now they're nuclear missiles. That means they have low. That means they have low HP, but still. Okay. Let's see. Heavy mass drivers are absolutely for softening up shields and for staying back. So we will. Let's see. Morais still have titanium. Okay. So with shields down, ion cannons will make short work of that. And same deal for this guy. I could just finish off that ship right there, actually. Move it a little bit closer. I might just do that. Let's get that one out of our hair and let the... well, actually, we've got 2 ion cannon things coming up, so we will grab this one. Okay. So, yeah, with that done... Alright. Missiles first. Yeah, we're going to move them as close as possible so that the attacks are more accurate and we're in more closer position to board. Didn't immobilize it. So next turn, but one of the benefits of waiting is that we go at the end of this turn, and then we go at the start of the next turn. So I'll be able to fire again, and we'll have to deal with the shields that are regenerated, but we should be able to finish off and disable it the rest of the way. And like us, we're going to go right up to this guy. And not do much of anything. That's probably the fact their beam defense is so high. Oh, we disable their scout lab. It's got to count for something, right? Yeah, we're at 125 rolling against 105. It's not as much of an increase. We really do a lot of damage. So we may not actually get to disable. I may have to concentrate my fire to disable stuff. Alright, start of the next turn. We can see from this light green there, I don't know how well you can see it, the shields have started to regenerate on this thing. So since we're trying to disable these 2, I'm just going to try to finish off this one. Well, that helped spread some damage out. It helps wipe out some shields, too. Then we'll move it in and help take out some more missiles. That took out about a third of the barrage. Okay. Let's go ahead and... I'll go ahead and wait on this one. Okay. I will likewise... Do I want to wait some more? I'm pretty sure that one will be disabled. I don't know about this one. That has a lot of armor left. So I'll wait and then blow it up if we need to. Okay. Fire the rest of our missiles to the battle station. Move right in to get ready to board. Also do point-blank range for... Ouch. That's a problem when you do the point-blank range sometimes. Oh. Right, so the shields were up on that side. Oh, we still took it out. Oh well, that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, so let's fire missiles there and get him ready to disable this thing. Okay. And that little blast was it firing some anti-missile rockets. All right. Retreat. I don't know what speed of engines they currently have, but I'm not expecting their missiles to be able to catch up to us before we retreat. Okay. Right. Alright, so all that stuff got disabled, so I might as well just move in and... Yeah, with close range, with no range penalty, we'll take out the rest of the missiles, and easily. Alright. Not all missiles are going to fall as easily as nukes, but they are still pretty good at that. And Shodan said, that's why you spent hours in the ship design menu, splitting your weapon stacks for perfect micromanagement in battle. Yeah, if you're willing to put your ion cannons in individual columns, that won't happen. You fire them one at a time. But, you know, let's be serious. Who actually wants to do that? So I'll let the Jingle All the Ways handle the cruiser, because it doesn't have very much in the way of shields. And we'll start disabling this thing. Should be able to just fly up and board it, is my thinking here. And really, by the time we get done, we might well have destroyed it. Okay. That one. And, yeah, that's close enough. So another annoying thing, too, with targeting missiles or fighters, have to line it up just so. There we go. Nice. Killed half their crew with 6 of us. That is a good place to be. And, yep, close enough to board. That's a good reason to... That's why I put inertial stabilizers on these ships, so that turning doesn't count against them as much, so that you can do stuff like this faster. Now that means they're probably going to retreat with that being the only ship left. Let's see if we can take down the shields on that side. Or, you know, darn near destroy it. Okay. If it's disabled and there's no way to get close to it, they'll probably just they'll probably just blow themselves up. But we can board it, though. Unfortunately, we know that 6 ion cannon is going to, completely destroy it. So, rip. There we go. So that time around, we didn't lose anything. We did lose an extra man that time. But we got this. We got death spores. Well, we can have Merry Christmas for the Sakura, like Sprawl wants. Oh wait, it's Mad Emperor Claus, another report. Empress Claus, I think it is. We got everything there. Alright. EMG is, or EGS. Or I think it's EMG in there for mission, guidance. This is an interesting one. It's something that I didn't even realize was so useful the first time I played, but now it's really tempting to just go with it, and I have to resist that temptation. But basically, you know how effective our ion cannons are at disabling ships, punching above our weight class and everything? This lets you do that with missiles. Missiles, of course, being able to be stacked, fired at a distance. It is craziness. The only problem is, it's quadruple space. It's, I think, twice as big as MERV, even. But, but the thing is, here's the thing. MERV and M get along really well. So, Warp Core Breach, Simulator 96. Yeah, just imagine in Star Trek if they were up against, these ion pulse cannons. You wouldn't even have time for LaForge to give the report where the ship was blowing up. Okay, so we got Planetary Supercomputer. We're going to have everything, drop what they're doing, and build it. These are good, too. This is really good. Capacitors, kind of take it or leave it. I think I'm actually going to start going in physics, or do I? Question is, what we want to focus on, and the mass drivers are effective enough at this point, I don't think we need to go further into power until we're ready to. So I think what I'm actually going to do is go into biology, grab Cloning Center, and because we already have telepathic training, we should get microbiotics automatically, or as our only choice, and that'll give us more population. That is a good point. Shodan points out I can get the scanner to miniaturize stuff in physics. This will also give us enveloping fusion beams. So yeah, that may actually be the best choice. Okay. They're back at war. No surprise there. No, we have more Bolrathi to conquer. Alright, so this is a poor tundra. That means we need to move some Illyrians here. And because is it large? It is medium, okay. Hard to tell with the icons sometimes. Okay, so alien control first, help them assimilate. Robo Miner Plant, Rain Barracks. Probably start getting pollution at that. Oh, we don't need pollution though at that point. And then research lab, and then we're going to need a missile base when we get ready to pull up stakes and move on to the next Trilarian planet. All right. Actually, we'll do a Robo Miner first, and I'll wait one turn and then rush build it. That should be pretty much all we need to do on that. Okay. Supercomputers. That's 2 turns. We can wait on that, or we can do this. This one is this system. We do have Space Academy here. So yeah, let's go ahead and... we could always use more colony ships. Oh, wait. I know what we need to do. wait. We need transport ships. So pretty much every colony that they don't have anything else to do with them, I'm going to go ahead and do a supercomputer and then a transport, and get those ready, get those in position to keep going after the Trilarians. Okay. Supercomputers everywhere. You don't even know. This will also give us some more time to get our command points back up too. Like stuff like that. You have the low-hanging fruit. Okay, Starbase with that. Battle station. That was all right. That's halfway done. I'm not gonna rush it for 3 turns though. Okay, I do need more Christmas carols, but 2 of each escort ships is still really good. And Matar Prime will go from Arid to Terran. We want that, especially since it's ultra rich. So yeah, I guess we're gonna want Terran. Okay. I think that also means we're going to want an Astro University when we're done with that. So at that point, that should have enough people to justify it. Ocean and Rich. And I need to start getting more Bolrathi to put them on these heavy G planets. Okay. Supercomputer. Station. Yeah, supercomputers override Astro Universities. They are more effective, what we want. And Matar 4, that is Terran. Wait a minute, what was I looking at? Was I looking at 5? I was looking at Matar 4, yeah. Yeah, let's get more stuff. Alright. Let's see, Zeoth. Okay, Zeoth is coming along pretty well. Wow. That is the magic of, how about we move a Klakon there to give them the food they need. Okay, we'll move him there first, and then we'll reassign him. Be that way. All right, our base. Can we rush that? Yeah, we absolutely can. Okay, and Carcosa. See, that's a Baron. We're going to want terraforming there eventually. Computer. Carcosa is close enough to the front lines. I think I'll queue up the Starbase after that. I don't expect it to be in trouble with our fleet being fast, but you never know. So, Urban Miner Plant. That Matar is huge in desert. Okay, so we absolutely want terraforming there, because going up from desert to any better class will be a huge multiplier in population because of how big it is. Then all of our housing pods, once we assign them, yeah, there we go. We're gonna put her on. Oh, okay, fine. Sometimes it lets me put people on farming. I don't know what's going on this time. Okay, and we wanted to put a Klakon on which planet? There was one I want to send them to. Well, that's good enough. Okay, and let's get a supercomputer all of those places. I'll rush build those if I need to. Supercomputer and supercomputer. Say a free 10 research is very nice. Sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll need to probably 1 or 2 more turns each. We'll get them low enough, and then as we get more money, finish buying them. Okay. Well, we have pretty much firmed up control in our corner of the galaxy. We played through another 40 turns. We have made inroads in the home world of our closest ally. Well, second closest ally. Humans probably closer. Let's take a look at history. Okay, Sakura are taking a downturn on their fleet, and we are building up quite well. Humans are actually still higher, but we are now pretty close to second place. The Sakura Heavy still have a huge fleet. They are still a threat, but it doesn't look quite as insurmountable as it did when we started. We are catching up in overall score. Darlock's interesting being number 2. Before I close down the stream, let's take a quick poll and see if anybody wants to trade anything. Nope. Alright. Go play in traffic, my friend. My shady hooded friend. Nope. Akari, you tend to be pretty good at tech. But not so much. Yeah. Part of the reason we're being so effective is we have so much incoming research coming in. Ah, Neutron Blaster from the Bullwraithy. Sure. Yeah, they'll probably take the Alliance now, but now I don't want to offer it to them. I think I may save and try that again, so that we had a good situation arise. I'll also go ahead and grab some more spies and keep up the espionage work. How are the Sakura doing on tech? Man, they are even... Look at this. That is a plus 40 on top of their armor and weapons. Which they also have fusion rifle. They have gone all in on ground assault. Other than that, they're still not doing too well ship combat wise, but they are monomaniacally focused on boarding stuff. I don't think I've ever seen the AI optimized like this, and I bet they may not have even had a choice in the matter, because I think they're uncreative. Yeah, Sakura are uncreative, so they just got dealt a very specific hand of cards. You play a flush instead of a straight, I guess. You get all spades or clubs. I guess all clubs in this case. Let's see. And the next one up on tech was the Alkari, who are pretty much caught up with everybody. Yeah, they're doing quite well themselves, but they don't have battle stations yet. They're not as good on ground tech. They're pretty good spy tech. Darlocks are always a threat, and they're going to be the ones to declare war on us first. Oh, they got Matrix. Yeah, he gives virtual reality network and something else, I think. And he's also really good for science. Let's see. Acheon. Very hollow. So they actually have pretty good morale. Any colony they have both of those is plus 50% morale, but they don't have supercomputer. We're the only ones that have that, and maybe the only ones that can get it because so much of the AI is uncreative. So I think we'll also grab a bunch of spies as soon as we're done with our computers too. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight. Thanks for watching, giving advice, and everything. Good to